Hey everybody and welcome to Today I'll Be the Hero, a game jam game about becoming a hero. Before I do begin this one, I did want to speak about one thing, and that's my voice acting. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know that my mouth is pretty flexible. Why did he say it like that? But anyways, whenever I do play games like these, basically visual novels or games with a lot of text, I do try to differentiate the characters by their voices. Unlike most Let's Players, I'm actually really comfy when it comes to swapping the gender of my voice. So I can go from this over to a Valley Girl accent, oh my god, your nails are so pretty. Where'd you get them done? Oh, you have to take me, you know what I mean? I'm only bringing this up because there's 4 main characters, and that's not even counting side characters, so I'm gonna have to come up and flip through voices on the willy-nilly. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, but I'm gonna try my best, okay? If I mess up a little bit, I do apologize, but anyways, let's go forth. And apparently there's also a narrator. Okay, okay. So here's how this is going to go. You're the hero. Hey there! And you're going to do what heroes do. No, what would that be? Recruit a party, get stronger, and most important of all, save the princess. Sounds simple enough to me. When do I start? Ugh, how did we get stuck with these loser? We already cleared the first dungeon. Quit talking to yourself, Dunderhead. Sorry, that last battle must have hit me a little bit too hard. Great, work on clearing the dungeon, everyone. Yeah, at this rate, we'll save the princess in no time. With no thanks to Jingle Bells over there. What are you even good for? Ahem. Looking pretty and doing a little jig, obviously. Is that not what I joined the party for? She has puns. Sure, we always need those things. I like little jigs. I cannot stand any of you. Guess you'll just have to sit then. Let's keep going. Hold on, who died and made you the leader? Don't be silly, they're the hero. No one needs to die for them to take charge. Not this early on anyway. As the hero, you must prove your worth to the party. Standard stuff. Standard stuff. ... Aren't you forgetting something? Oh, yeah. Let's go save the princess. Yay. Alright. What's this menu? Do I just click on that? Alright. The path you've been taking since leaving your humble village has decided to split into 2. Annoying as it is to choose, it would be more annoying still to split up. Which path do you take? The one tangled in thorns, choked by bramble and hounded by shadows. Why choose? Simply request a divination from the mage. Yeah. You choose your schmooze. Flip a coin and let the fates decide. That's kind of weird, actually. You don't... Only for one of the options are you, proactive? Do you actually choose yourself? The other options are leave it to the mage or leave it to fate. There's only one where you're actually making a decision. I mean, I guess you're kind of making a decision over here, but, not exactly. Let's do this one. With only a slight tremor in your hand, you gesture towards the forest. As scary as it is, you've got your whole party with you. What's there to fear? The warrior says as much, grasping that hand and pulling you forwards. Excellent choice, my hero. In truth, the path you take is more dangerous than you had imagined. Horrors you thought were contained only in the margins of your storybooks now appear in the dozen. Yet there is no place safer than behind the warrior's blade. You feel no fear. Alright. The city on the map turns out to be less of a civilization and more of a handful of shacks placed haphazardly together. It's fine, but it is certainly not the place to prepare for your grand quest that you had hoped it might be. The fact weighs frustrating on your mind, more frustrating still when they refuse to speak to you. You were counting on a handful of extra ration bread, but when the local baker refuses to open his door to you, that's a bit difficult. Intimidation is a harsh word. You will simply let them admire your blade. You will speak to them rationally, and with a touch of mind manipulation. No easier method than making friends than with coin, drunk, and music. I think, I feel a little bit violent today. Let's do intimidation. This armor is not cheap, though you did not pay for it. You worked with metal enough to know its worth when you see it. Of course, you look a little more than a buffoon on your own. It is only as the warrior draws a hand over your shoulder that you get anyone to spare a second glance at you. Hail and well met. You wouldn't, know where I could find a blacksmith. The blacksmith is willing to do most anything when faced with a blade thrice his size. Anything to get you out of his door, that is. You do not rest at the village. The forest looms ahead. It is dense, foreboding, and magical. These are the descriptors you heard before you laid proper eyes on it. Right now, it simply feels tiresome, a thorn waiting to make its way into your side. You've been traveling all day after all. But the sun has yet to set. There are adventuring hours still in the day, should you desire to reach out and grasp them. Every second that slips by is a second the princess remains unsaved. An early night is best. Take stock, rest, and leave in the first light. Now is the time to bond with your companions before trickery tests you. You know what? Now we're going straight to the princess. Let's see what we do. You do as the hero does. Nothing may stand in the way of you and your destiny, quest, etc. Whatever name it bears does not change the meaning. We don't have time to waste, do we? We'll rest when we can't stand, and no sooner. The jester groans, the mage protests the logistics, and the warrior silences them both with a wave of the armored hand. My, you two think you know better than the hero? We should take example from their loyalty, their passion, their drive. Onward, no? Their words fills your chest with blossoming, spiraling warmth. Not a shadow of fear resides in your mind as you push into the forest. Not with them by your side, you're doing the right thing. Alright, seems like this is the last pawn. You're unwieldy with the blade. At the very least, you're not as good as the warrior. You say as much to them. They look baffled. But of course! Were I inept at the blade, now that would be something to worry about. Listen, hero. You are as good as the blade as you need to be for the challenges you will face. And for everything else, why, that's me, of course. They rub your head, roughly, like one does a healthy family dog. You lean into the touch. Oh, music change? Huh? How do I... Oh my gosh, there's a slider on the bottom. Maybe this bar? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, anyways. The undergrowth rustles wrong. Too rhythmic to be the wind. Too low to be footsteps. Before anyone can comment on it, something lunges from the tree line. A wolf-shaped thing, fur matted dark, eyes a shade of yellow that you see only when you fall asleep. It is your first fight. Oh, hello there. Didn't see you there, sir, or ma'am, or non-gendered thing. Don't provoke it. Too late for that. It's already decided where it's dinner. It's nothing especially clever, just hungry, fast, and between you and the rest of your day. Fight it head on. Try to scare it off. Guess we're fighting. The warrior does not wait for a plan. They are simply moving, blade drawn in one smooth motion, putting themselves between the creature and the rest of the party before anyone can do as so much as flinch. Don't worry about this one. Just stay back. The wolf thing snarls and lunges. The warrior meets its head on. They absorb the impact on their shield arm with a grunt and a skid of the boots through the dirt. Is that all you've got? The creature recovers fast, circles, lunges again from the side this time. The warrior pivots to match it, blade catching a spoke of light in the wide arc that as the creature barely clears. A few dark hairs drifting down where the edge passed. The creature yelps once, short and sharp, and then retreats. Ah! Nothing to it! So cool. Huh? Huh? You blink and realize what you said. That's not... I mean, well... Yuri. Aww, looks like someone's got a little secret admirer. Is it secret if they just went out and said it? Not to worry, hero. I find this endearing. You bury your head in your hands. After a sudden outburst of rain, the party stumbles upon a beaten path into the wayside shrine. It is the sort of dime dozen abode that you have seen erected in many places. There's even one of a similar make in your village. Yet, this one holds itself differently. When the party rests, something about this place seems to answer. There are no dramatics, there is simply an unsettling, too precise sense. Whatever you're quietly hoping for feels reflected back at you, gently, as if the shrine already knew. This feeling holds you awake at night as your companions rest. A vision tickles your mind. It feels nice to want to stay. Lean into the vision. Lean out of the vision. I think we'll lean in. Not only do you see your want, but you reach for it. For the hero, specifically, this is where the vision can live. A flicker of future where the quest is finished and everyone knows it was you. Statues, thanks. A name remembered. It feels good. That's the problem. It's not horrifying, it's comfortable. And comfortable is what makes you want to stay in a second longer than you should. You do not remember exactly when the vision ends and when the sleep begins, but when you wake up, it's too late. The mage scolds the jester for not setting their alarm correctly, who grumbles at the warrior for not reminding them, who calls the mage a nagging hag. In short, no one's happy. Alright, keep going then. Half buried in the underbush, you spot a sturdy chest with a lock that has clearly seen better days. It also clearly has something in it. A local you pass mentions, almost as an aside, that in the locksmith 2 clearings over might have a key that fits near enough to most things out there. Hey, the locksmith, try to force it open? Ah, you could force it open. We have a warrior. Come on. They could do it. The warrior cracks the lock open with sheer enthusiasm and complete disregard for the chest's structured integrity. The lock survives. The chest does not. You do not get whatever was inside, but the chest itself might serve as a kindling? Definitely not. Oh, it's destroyed. You rest in a small rocky outcropping after a particularly long day. Fragments of the dream seem keen on swinging after the warrior in particular, though they seem to pay for it with no heed. Indeed, when they remove their helmet for a night, wiping sweat off their brow, you cannot help but feel a sense of admiration. I think it's brave, the things you do. Huh? What might those things be? The words had slipped from your mouth before you fully understood what they were forming. You're a bit embarrassed, but you continue on. You're always charging in, ready to fight. It's like you don't fear anything at all. I don't think stupid people can understand fear. I'm also wearing the best armor, you know. One hit won't push a chip in me, but it'll send our mage flying. Now that I'd like to see, eh? Ah, shut up. I'll send you flying. Oh, infighting. Get rough already so I can loot whoever loses. You're both the worst. Don't worry. I don't pick on the weak. You're safe for now. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You're so noble. I just want to do what's right. I want to save the world, and that's a big task. The perfect hero needs a strong resolve. You have to be the strongest to save other people after all. I guess I still have a lot to learn. Every hero starts somewhere. You just gotta give it you've got. A cozy, overpriced inn sits in the literal edge of where road still counts as road. Past this point, it's tensing around whatever the forest provides. The innkeeper makes sure you know exactly how much it's worth. Pay for a room and a room of drinks. No? Sleep outside instead. We've spent 0 money at the moment. But let's pay for a room. Become well rested. This is familiar in a way that you don't particularly like, but the jester insists that this is a team bonding investment. They order enough to make the innkeeper visibly recalculate their evening. Your party laughs more than they have in days. What? Something bothering you? Oh, not at all. You're a bad liar. It's It's rude to be so blunt about that sort of thing, my mage. Blah. I don't care. The warrior laughs at the mage's alcohol-flushed face. Oh, okay. So you've drunk today. What's the matter? Is it something to do with your dark and mysterious past? I don't. I bet I can get in one. Test me, test me. Jester. For once, the warrior's tone is firm. The jester raises their hands in mock surrender. Wait, I want to hear. Lonely, boring life as a... Jester! The jester shuts up, jaw fast enough that their teeth click. They're still grinding though. Or grinning though. You come across a wandering merchant with a cart of eclectic wares. Allegedly, there is an item from every named era and land. The item that catches the warrior's gaze, however, is the simplest of the stock. Here, hero, a trinket for you. They place an iron knife to your hands. Its leather handle feels comfortable against your skin. Wonderful choice. Now, as for the price... The price? Why? Is saving this land from certain peril not payment enough? Oh, I mean, well, that is to say. Which item do you choose to purchase? A silver goblet, flamed with serpents entwine themselves together on its side. Don't buy anything. Look at the goblet. For all its shine, the goblet is unremarkable in your hands. You tilt it one way, and then the other. Nothing happens. You catch your reflection in the metal surface. You make a silly face. Coin changes hands. The merchant clears their throat awkwardly. You thank them for their time and move on. No. So it's nothing, it's just a goblet. I've wasted my money. The party comes across an old campsite. It is long abandoned by previous travelers who came this way before. Gear, ash, carved messages, maybe a journal or two. All this is strewn about the haphazardly. The mage pokes in debris cautiously with their staff. Curiously, you lean in and read the messages. And finally someone. They'll remember my name. The messages continue in this way, and then get shorter, more repetitive. They stop mid-sentence. This is the unmistakable shape of people who got an answer to their want and didn't come back for it. The dream. The gloom hangs heavy over the party. Leave the campsite? Leave these to rest? Honestly, we could use some of these. They had broken dreams over here, but you know what? We'll make good use of them, okay? The dead don't come back to life. You take what you need. Which, in all honesty, is more than what the campsite can provide. You pick apart one final journal. It only ever asks one question. What are you talking about? Are we gonna encounter like one of those Sphinx characters? An injured beast blocks the path. Nope, that is a griffin. Pale fur is marred with dark spots. Though whether this is a gift it's been born with or simply the pattern of blood, who can say? You can't just ignore it. Can you? Take care of it. Use the iron knife. We've already been fighting stuff, let's go at it. The hero steps forward. Quickly and efficiently, you take care of it. It is not made to suffer a single move. Dot to dot. Dot to dot. Dot to dot. The party moves on. I see. Okay, now I feel kind of bad. Now I feel kind of bad though. But so be it. The situation of being saved happens so often it almost becomes lackluster. Whoa, we got out of there in the nick of time. You saved us once again. Being a warrior is what I'm good at. Any problem at all? Leave it to me. What if I left my best linen out in the rain? What then? Well, come on now, I can't control the weather. You said any problem. I could actually fix that for you, but I wouldn't. Because you hate me? Exactly. Oh. Now, no need to fight. A hero doesn't need to protect linen. A hero protects things that can't be replaced. That's what makes us important. What if it's incredibly rare linen? What if it's... your mother's linen? Call a mage. A hero could call a mage for you. Easy. You have a lot of faith in me, don't you? Note taken. Heroes call other people to do tasks they can't do themselves. If I tried hard enough, I could save that wet linen. I'd believe that. Just take the linen inside then. The warrior laughs at that, easy and unguarded. A little bit of banter between the party. Very nice. On the banks of a particularly ferocious river, you are brought to a halt by a toll keeper. Regardless of how many pretty pleases you throw their way, they are unwilling to move. Pay the toll. Could they let you through anyway? And find another route. You can let us in. You can let us in. Come on. Come on. We're the hero. Come on. Now. I think that attitude isn't appropriate for to-be saviors of this land, no? Yeah, but I don't want to pay. If I had a penny for every fellow who said that to me, I wouldn't need this job. Well. But we're the real ones. And I really need to pay rent. Okay, he's fair, he's fair. You do not pay the toll keeper, and instead go for the long way around, losing a bit of resources in the process. Oh no. Rest is important, and necessary. The party makes camp early enough that there's still daylight left to spend on something other than walking. Gear gets laid out, across bedrolls, torn hems, a chipped buckle, the dull edge of a blade that's seen more use and care. The warrior has their armor half disassembled before anyone else, as he unpacked methodically, checking each strap and plate. It's the focus of someone who treats maintenance as its own kind of training. You should be doing this too, you know. They speak kindly to you. A blade that isn't cared for is a blade that fails you when it matters. Speaking of, let's see that knife of yours. They take it without asking permission, turning it over and testing the edge against their thumb with easy familiarity. It's a good blade indeed. It's a good blade indeed. Held it wrong in your last swing, though. Here. They press the handle back to your grip, then reposition your fingers one by one, like setting pieces on a board. Thumb along the spine, not wrapped around it. There. It's probably different from what you use in your village, right? So take your time. It's a small adjustment, but you feel warm all over. That's not the knife talking. Alright, let's keep going. A traveling swordsman finds your group and demands a duel with the hero. It's a challenger. I've traveled far and wide, and finally I find that there's actually a hero in these parts. Is that title actually earned? Only I can tell, can't I? In these parts, didn't we just get here? Never doubt the power of a strong reputation, my friend. There does not seem to be any malice in their welling. Regardless, you must fight. The warrior steps half a pace forward, as if to take your place before catching themselves. ... No, this one's yours. I'll cheer loudly enough for the both of us, alright? You square your stance. The swordsman doesn't wait for a signal. They're already closing the distance, blade arcing in a clean diagonal, meant to end things fast. You barely get your sword in no time. Steel screams against steel, and the force of it rattles up into your shoulder. Ha! Decent reflexes for a hero. They don't let up, with 3 more strikes even faster than the last, each one half a step ahead where you would expect it. It's the warrior's voice that cuts through the noise in your head. Stop watching their sword, watch their shoulders. You do, and it works. You read the 4th swing before it lands, sidestep, and the swordsman blade bites into an empty air where you used to be. Their opening is small. It is enough. Your own strike isn't elegant. It isn't practiced, but it lands, and the swordsman staggers back, sword skittering from their grip. The swordsman staggers back, sword skittering from their grip. Huh? Look at that. The warrior whoops loud enough to startle a flock of birds in a tree line. Sure. You encounter a fragment of the dream. What? Wait, what? Stand back. Yikes! Don't need to tell me twice. Don't be rash. No one is happy about the encounter. For adventurers, encountering the dream is never an endeavor they look forward to. Even the brashest of knights recognize the harm that might befall one with a pure desire of serving their king. It is a small thing. You can sidestep this easily. The goblet speaks. What do you mean the goblet speaks? What are you talking about? It rattles from where it lay dormant in your satchel. The motion startles you, but you hurriedly let it free. Let it free. What? As if it were some sort of animal? Something that holds control, independent from yours? It doesn't matter. It is a brute force method meant to strangle the meaning out of the fragment without earning its trust first. And strangled the fragment is. It writhes and gasps in the goblet's fiery grasp. The fragment curls, helpless rather than willing. You can see it for all it is, all the same. There are enough experiences that help give it shape. You dare not tell this to the rest of the party, but here is what you said about the dream. It is not that the dream is evil, not any more evil than the fox is for eating the rabbit. And even then, the fox feeds its young, takes shelter during the season's first snowstorm, and may be killed by the hawk. The dream is similar. It enables on instinct. For most, in fact, it is a harmless existence. This is why most scoff at the idea of needing and being saved from the dream. The average person can easily find contentment. They may think they wish for more, but give them and their family good food and health. They'll live out the rest of their lives in happiness. It is only when one is deeply discontent with the dream that the dream harms. It is only when one is deeply discontent that the dream harms. It promises and it delivers. Better than anyone else, it will deliver. It won't even ask for anything back. It does not drain your life. It does not curse your kin. It does not even kill you. It only requires, do not leave the dream. It will do anything to ensure this. Why, it will even give you the door. A door, yes, the faded one. The one you see outlined in the light of the darkness. That one. There are many in this world, but this one will take you back home, in case your heart is full of regret. Wait, so do we have just like a door in the back? No, okay. I guess it's just like some kind of save point, maybe? I'm not too sure. An assassin! A mysterious figure bursts out of the dark, brandishing a knife. Halt! Don't come any closer. What makes you think they're going to listen to you? The shouting can be pretty convincing. Oh no, please don't take me, I'm too pretty to die. Mysterious figure. If I were to kill you, I would not do it here. Hear this, wandering party of 4. I will give you a warning while your journey is still young. Beware the path that you tread, for it is a perilous one. By all odds, you won't make it. Not all of you, anyway. Who are you? What do you hope to achieve by telling us this? The quest you've taken is not as simple as it seems. The heroes that you seek to become are not... The warrior slashes down the mysterious figure before another word can be said. Okay, why'd you do that? They were dangerous. Not the type you want hanging around. Something tells me there's a little bit more to the warrior than it may seem. So, you just killed them? Just like that? Of course, it's my duty to rid the world of evil. Or did I do something wrong? You did something very wrong. No, I mean... How did you know they were evil? The same reason why people kill spiders on a squash or a roach beneath the shoe. Because when you see a pest, it's just something you do. I can tell. I've seen their type before. All hooded, cloak and dagger, robed like molten shadow. They're agents of the dream. Their sole mission is to drag you deep into the want. They must have been looking for their next victim. I wasn't going to let that be one of us. Well, thank you kindly for saving the day, as it were. Bouquet and wine for your dear warrior, perchance? Knock it off. You shouldn't reward anyone for senseless kills. It wasn't senseless. I believe you. You have a good head on your shoulders. If you say it had to happen, then it had to happen. The warrior smiles. The hero smiles back. The mage looks warily about. The jester starts to juggle. Why are you juggling? Where'd you get that? You look down on the body on the ground. It bleeds, just like you do. You can't help but feel a little sad for it, but there is no place for evil in this world. Alright everyone, time to keep moving. There is a sinking feeling in your gut you cannot ignore. You ignore it anyway. I'm kind of confused because, like, didn't the dream, like, in the panel before just say that the dream was, like, not exactly evil? I mean, it's kind of evil, it wants you to stay in the dream, but, like, it's not, like, overly malicious. So I guess he was not, like, I don't think the hooded clover, like, I don't think the hooded figure was evil per se. And honestly, it's not 100% that he's actually evil, just in general. But he's down now, I guess. Can't do much about that, can we? Also, aren't we carrying the dream in the goblet? Aren't we, like, holding it? I'm pretty sure. Dot to dot. Oh, okay. Dot to dot? Why is the hooded figure with us? Maybe if the warrior was less violent, then we would be able to actually communicate with him. The quest doesn't feel like the same quest you took on all those nights ago. Many things have changed. How the party handles itself for one, but for you, you've started counting the seconds it takes for the warrior to stand back up after taking a fall. Why is the number creeping higher? Dot to dot. It happens after a fight that shouldn't have been close. A dream-touched thing, faster than it has any right to be, leaps from the bush. The warrior throws itself into its path, a half-second before it would have reached the mage. Instead, and after a moment, the monster is cleaved in two. Their helmet goes flying off. The warrior gets up. Of course they get up. But there's blood that wasn't there an hour ago, and the mage's hands are shaking in a way that has nothing to do with magic. You absolute... What is wrong with you? I'm fine. You are not fine. I watched the thing claw through you where your ribs were supposed to be still intact. And now it's not going through yours. Seems like a fair trade to me. It's not a trade if you make it without asking me. The mage's voice cracks, so she does care. The warrior does not move. You stupid oaf. The world isn't going to reward you for doing the right thing. If it did, then don't you think you've done enough to be rewarded by now? Instead, you're always stuck in the cycle of fighting and fighting and getting nothing in return. Wake up, the world doesn't need care. You're doing all of this for nothing. Everything you've ever done is for nothing. And one day, it's going to take you with it. And what then? What is anyone supposed to do then? The warrior goes very still. When they speak again, the easy lightness to their voice. I know that. Of course I know that. I know the world doesn't care about me. I know the world doesn't care about anyone. I know that no matter how much effort I put in, nothing could come of it. But I care about the world, and that's why I fight. That's why I keep fighting. Fighting and fighting and getting nothing in return for it. Call it stupid if you want, but I love the world we live in. It doesn't have to love me back. I have this big ol' heart of mine, and it loves enough for all of us. The clearing goes silent. The mage opens their mouth and closes it again without a single word coming out. I need you to stop asking me to be smaller about this. I can't be smaller about this. It's the only way I know how to be at all. They pick their helmet back off the ground, and their hand isn't quite steady doing it. There's only one word for what they are right now. Vulnerable. You hate seeing it. You hate it more than anything. The hero's warrior, and their unshakable rock. When all else fails, the warrior cannot. We've got ground to cover. The princess isn't going to wait for us to finish feeling things about it. The party moves on. But you keep glancing at the warrior's side the rest of the night, watching for blood that stopped, that hasn't stopped, that you can't quite tell either way in the dark. Neither you or the mage brings up the injuries in daylight. Some things don't get a second conversation. No. They're overworking themselves. They're doing too much for the party, or I guess the world in this case. I feel bad for them. The tower is close enough to make individual sounds. The warrior's pace has quickened. There's a restless energy to them. Almost like the closer the tower gets, the more they want to simply be there already. Done. Finished. The quest sealed and everyone's safe. You are one step behind. You have been there for so long it doesn't feel like a choice anymore. That's why, when the warrior stops you, you bump into their back. The warrior turns around and looks at you, then the rest of your party. And finally, you all look back at the blank wall face on the side of the tower. You look for the door. Everyone does. Up and down, left and right, you are desperate to find an answer, right along with everyone else. But you don't look long. The warrior's hands grip you in a way that they never had before. Listen to me. Listen to me. I need you to reach back for that wand. A clean, simple starting line wand. I want to save the princess. That's it. That's the whole thing. Nothing attached to it. Oh, so they're trying to bring out the desire of the dream. Warrior. The others have made their way back from their failed scavenger hunt, but that doesn't matter. There's no one else in the world right now but the warrior. You try to obey. You really do. What you find instead is a pair of hands repositioning your fingers on the grip, one by one. A voice cutting through the noise in your head. Stop watching their sword. Watch their shoulders. The warrior whooping loud enough to startle birds from the tree line over something you did that wasn't even impressive. Maybe if they hadn't cheered then, they'd be able to cheer for you right now. ... It's not there, is it? No. ... They let go of you and sit back on their heels. The warrior looks at the tower for a long moment, then back at you. You big-hearted idiot. They size you up with a sort of tired fondness. When did you start walking like that? Like what? You play dumb. Behind me, to the left. Oh, so we've relied on him too much. I'm just... Don't. Their voice isn't angry. Wait, does this mean that... It's... Okay, so judging by the story already, because our main character does not want to save the princess anymore, they want to be with the warrior, the door isn't even opening. And therefore their party, or I guess their party would continue in that sense. But they can't save the princess. So the warrior's mad. Because I was gonna say I don't know what they want, but they just wanna be the good in the world. Looks like, at least. But anyways, let's continue. Their voice isn't angry. Far worse, they're disappointed. In the fight last week, you moved before I did. It didn't... I know it didn't change anything. That's not why I'm bringing it up. You moved before I did. Since when do you know how to do that? I watch you. You're good at it. I picked it up, I guess? You watch me. Yes? The warrior stares there, looking at you. The warrior looks at their hands. They aren't quite steady. I was so certain it was noble. No, it is noble. I believe that. I just also think you weren't supposed to learn it from me. The warrior leans their head back against the stone and closes their eyes. No one else speaks. If you train hard enough, you can beat whatever's bad out of you. This is something that you have convinced yourself of. Enough sweat, enough tears, enough blood. Surely that'll make the warrior look at you kindly again, from wherever they are. Oh, they died. You are the savior of the weak, a beacon for all that remains good in this world. You hold a smile that chases any fear away. Isn't that what the warrior told you? One day, you come back to the tower alone. You intend to simply leave something at the base of it before you go in. Yet somehow, the door is finally there, small and ordinary, exactly where it's supposed to be. ... Today, I'll be the warrior. Oh, that's so cute! It has the hero being with the warrior hat. It's so cute. Oh my god! Oh my god! Quest again. So, okay, so in this game, I guess you can like take other stances, and if you take a stance too closely, you become them, quote unquote. Not exactly, not literally, but like you won't be able to save the princess if you take their ideals. That's so cool. That's so cool. All right. Let's try it again. Now that I think about it, that actually makes a lot of sense. Because over here we have the warrior path, over here we have the mage path, and over here we have the jester path, which is randomness. It doesn't exactly like, say anything about the jester. It kind of just channels their energy of sporadicness, you know what I mean? Let's go for the mage this time. Why choose? Simply let the mage divine. When you ask the mage to help assist with your path finding, they startle slightly. Well, I guess I'm capable of that sort of thing too. A handful of muttered chants later, the magic that surrounds their staff points a bright, blinding arrow towards a terrifying-looking path. Everyone groans. But the mage holds more in their arsenal than a simple skill of divination. With a wave of their staff, they can conjure a bubble that monsters bounce harmlessly off of. It's so surreal to be almost fictitious. When you emerge out the other end, you are safe and taken care of. We'll speak to them rationally and with a touch of mind manipulation. The mage is quite, I guess straightforward, but she's very calculated, so let's do this one. You dot your I's and cross your T's. You smile and tilt your head and fold your hands. You even plead a bit. All of this is very little. Just give me a second. For all this slickness, the mage seems to have no qualms with bending moral rules in this regard. Their staff wafts a pleasant smell forward. Almost instantly, talking with the villagers becomes an agreeable matter. So much that you feel guilty and apprehensive. Hey, so who's to say you won't be pulling this trick on us in the future, hmm? Don't be daft. This doesn't work on idiots. and it leaves one vulnerable to letting themselves get pummeled by any enemy. I wouldn't risk that. Lugging bags of hardtack out in the village, you are uncertain how you feel in the matter. The forest looms ahead. It is dense, foreboding, magical. Alright, let's go. Alright, so then an early night is best. Take stock, rest, and leave at the first light. With the uniform deficiency, you lay out your provisions. The tent is pulled up before the sun has even touched the horizon line. Being made to sleep before my bedtime? My mother will hear of this. You have no mother to speak of. Ow. Perhaps you could be close enough? Mommy? The mage had suggested with their staff. Understood. Understandable. The night is peaceful. The mage brews all of you a tonic that calms the whirlwind of anxieties in your head. When sleep catches up to you, it is merciful and dreamless. Though you rested with nothing but a thin sheet between you and the layer of gravel, you feel better than you have in recent memory. Oh, okay. So the blue sections are like, I guess personal sections between your party. Whichever one you've, I guess, made affinity with the most. For this case, it would be the mage, and for last time it was the warrior. There's a small trail of snot tracking down your nose. That's so cool. You do not notice it. If you had, you would have hurriedly wiped it away. Instead, the mage calls you out on it. You can't do this much even by yourself. You try to lean away from their hand, but they're surprisingly fast. Their callous thumb pushes the filth away. That's a good detail. They're good as new. They're good as new. If the rest of the party notices, they mercifully do not comment. Oh, that's super cool. They also have the person on your right. Like before it was the warrior on the sidebars, but now it's the mage. That's so cool. One of them's happy and one of them's sad. I didn't actually look too closely at the warrior, but I'm sure they had like separate emotions on either side as well. Let's try to scare it off then. The hero steps forward, not with a weapon raised, but with loud shouting, stamping, making yourself bigger and meaner looking than you have in any right to be. That's not a strategy. That's just noise. You almost recoil from the cringiness of it all, but the creature does first. flinches back, ears flattening, caught between the hunger and the very reasonable instinct that something this annoying might not be worth the trouble. Careful. Cornered things bite harder, not less. Yet it does not bite. It hesitates a beat, sizing up the racket, before its nerve finally breaks. It turns and bolts back into the underbush, leaving nothing behind but a rustle and the faint, fading sound of its own retreat. Well, a win for pacifists everywhere. Good work, my hero. I really didn't think it through past yelled very loudly. I could tell. The party moves on, a little quieter than before. The creature fate left wherever it ran off to, instead at the end of the blade. This time we'll lean into the vision. I feel like the mage would have something to say in this case. This time we'll pay the locksmith. The locksmith barely looks up from their workbench before handing a key that does, in fact, fit. Don't ask me how. I don't know either. Can we really trust this guy? Inside the chest, nothing dramatic. Just a handful of useful odds and ends. You add this to your stockpile. Alright, we got some bits and bobs. Hello there, mage. You're getting taken care of after a particularly tiring, if ultimately inconsequential fight. The warrior got a gash along their forearm. They're pretending not to favor. The jester is limping in a way they're covering with an unnecessary amount of flourish. Even the hero came out of it scrapped up worse than usual. The mage moves between all three of you, staff glowing faint at the tip. Their expression is somewhere between concentration and barely contained irritation. Reckless. You're all so reckless and idiotic, and we have a healer for a reason, don't we? You wouldn't leave us to die out here. I'm contented. But you wouldn't. Aw, they do care for each other. We're too sexy to die. Let's all get back to full strength so we can keep going. I'm working on it. Hey, while you're at it, mind taking a look at my shoulder too? Twisted it's something funny back there. Hold still then. Oh, my ankle. Very dramatic injury. Very tragic. Deserves priority treatment. It's a sprain. A tragic sprain. Actually, while you're at it, the strap of my pack strap, the major staff hits the ground. Dot dot dot. That isn't a while you're at it, that's a different task entirely. But soon enough, everyone's patched up, restrapped, rebuttoned, and back on their feet. Let's sleep outside this time. Free, but cold. The innkeeper watches you set up camp on their doorstep with an expression that tells you they don't particularly approve. You save your coin. You do not sleep particularly well. Oh wow, we have another option this time. A silver gold goblet, flames and serpents entwine themselves together on its side. No, let's go for the iron knife this time. Your hands trade with the merchant, and in a moment, the knife sits still against your skin. It is solid and comforting with a weight that is easy to wield. You swing it experimentally. Whoa there! Let's not get overeager, shall we? You fluster and nod apologetically. Regardless, you feel a bit safer as you leave the stand. Coin changes hands. This time we'll tap into a little bit of holiness. Let's leave it to rest. You're polite. You have enough sense about you to not disturb those who rest. But perhaps you're a little bit selfish still. A little self-centered. You organize their remains just a little bit, in case someone comes back for them. No, that's nice of you. A foul, injured piece. This time I'll take care of it. Use the iron knife. You know what? Since we have it. The hero steps forward. Quickly and efficiently, you take care of it. It's not made to suffer a single step more. Dot to dot. Dot to dot. Dot to dot. Same thing. The party moves on. Maybe I'll take care of it next time. Behind you. The warning comes half a second too late. Suddenly catches the mage across the side, and they go down hard, staffs getting out of reach. Got it! Is that the last one? Looks clear to me. Nice. Everyone in one piece. All good here. Never better. The mage pushes themselves upright without help, Retrieves her staff and doesn't bother brushing the dirt off the knees that are showing through the torn fabric. Let's keep moving before more show up. She is injured! She's injured! Right behind you. You let me fall. But he pauses. You let me fall and you didn't ask if I was okay. And you didn't even look back. We were busy protecting you. What are you talking about? Don't pretend you care about me. If I wasn't keeping you all alive, you would have left me to die. I keep on thinking that you care, and time again you prove to me. You prove to me that you don't care. You don't listen when I warn you. You don't hear me when I ask you to stop. When I ask you to slow down or hold back, you say I worry too much. How could I not? When I'm the only one that worries. When I'm the only one that patches you up. But you don't even thank me. I feel like you don't even see me. I'm sorry. I had no idea that you felt that way. I know. You don't pay attention to how I feel. None of you do. You could have, said something? The good old capital C, communication. If I spoke about you, you'd just make fun of me. It's all you do. I'm sorry. I wish you meant it. The mage walks ahead of the group. Nobody joins them. Oh. She's leaving. She's leaving the group. This time we'll pay the toll. It always hurts to spend money. You chase off the sob that curls up in the back of your throat as you pass the coin over to the toll keeper. They count it very carefully. Cannot risk being a penny poorer after all. With your coffers just a single smidge later, you make it to the other side, otherwise uneventfully. Alright. Rest is important and necessary. The party makes camp early enough that there's still daylight left to spend on something other than walking. Gear gets laid out across the bedrolls, torn hems, a chipped buckle, the dull edge of a blade that's seen more than a care. You don't even notice a tear in your sleeve until the mage is already kneeling beside you, needle threaded. Hold still. You've been walking around with this flapping open for 2 days, and didn't think to mention it? I didn't know. Wait, so you noticed and you didn't say anything? The short distance away, the jester narrates the process. Hold still. The things I put up with for you people. You fight back a snort. I don't sound like that. You sound exactly like that. The mage's stitches don't slow down, but their jaw tightens. It's a particular kind of irritation that only shows up around the jester specifically. She hates the jester, or Tiri. Oh, there's actually stuff here. I skipped past it a little bit, but let me read it. Before the swordsman can even finish the declaration, the mage has already catalogued them head to toe. Right-handed, favors their back leg. Overcommits on the first strike. You'll want to bait that. You got all that from a single glance? I pay attention. The duel begins, and just as predicted, the swordsman's opening strike is a big and certain, a strike meant to end the fight before it starts. You don't meet it head-on, you let it pass a hair's width from your shoulder, exactly where the mage said it would. What? The follow-up is yours. The fight is over before the swordsman has a better chance to reset their footing. How's that fair? You would help. Just a little. A lot, actually. You're welcome. Oh, we can just move on instead of using the goblet. Alright. You sidestep it easily. No great huzzah, no great flourish. You hide behind the warrior's back. It's even a bit comforting. That's a odd detail. They don't give you the background of the dream if you just sidestep it. So you don't exactly know what it is, unless you have like prior context, which I do. Mysterious figure. Wait, don't be so hasty. If there's a business end, is there also a party end? Inquiring minds would love to know. Fear no blade, and I mean you no harm. Drop your weapon and say that again. The mysterious figure does not drop the knife. However, the glint of steel points earthwards. It is not a surrender. It is not a gesture of trust. It is a compromise. Who are you? What do you want? I am but a rogue traveler in the search of a hero who will defeat the dream. I raised my dagger on the chance you were bandits. As you have not attempted to rob me, I can see that isn't so. Well, yes. Well, a more effective way would be to simply ask, "Greetings, are you bandits?" Be quiet. How do we know you're not a bandit, huh? I've not attempted to rob you. Yet. Let's not make hasty conclusions. None of us have come to harm, so we can surely be civil about this, right? The warrior keeps their blade aloft. The mage stiffens. The jester begins to whistle. The hero clears their throat. Some might call me a hero, if that is any way to your liking. The rogue's gaze rakes up and down your body. You feel a little bit self-conscious. I would like to join your party. Yes. So it's a more of the merrier kind of situation, huh? This is... The warrior turns to the mage, ready for one of their coin of a dozen rants on the questionable safety of this encounter. The mage says nothing. ... Fine. But I'll be watching you, day in, day out. Understand? An admirer. I suppose it's been a while since I've had one of those. That's not... The warrior and the rogue begin to back and forth. That sounds as natural as if they had been The warrior and the rogue begin a back and forth that sounds as natural as if they had been bosom friends. The mage watches quietly. No, they seem to be getting along quite nicely somehow. Despite their differences, the coastal path narrows into something that can't rightfully be called a path anymore, just a seam in the cliffside. It's barely wide enough for one person descending towards a cave mouth, half swallowed by the tide. If someone goes out the other end, they can toss a rope from over the top side to help the rest of the party. But who? It's you, rogue. Yeah, no, I'm not fitting through that. Nor would I want to. Do you feel that? The air's wrong down there. I volunteer to stay up here and hold the rope. Very important work. Possibly the most important work. It needs two. One to go in, one to watch the line. Our hero can fit, so can I. You expect a bit more of an argument from everyone, given how awkwardly making the rogue join her party had been. Is there something they know that you don't? Well, probably. They're all more well-traveled and world-weary than you. There isn't really a decision to be made. The rogue is already tying off the rope. The cave's walls sound the way the forest never did. Your own footsteps come back to you, strange and delayed, bouncing off wet stone. The rogue moves ahead without needing light. You get the sense that they're familiar with this kind of dark. You aren't. Yeah. The rogue looks down at you. It's as if they expected you to fall into the pit you found yourselves in. I got you. No, I'm fine. Huh? You've saved up enough resources for exactly this moment. With a little work, you've hoisted yourself out of the pit. Ta-da! What? You could actually do that? Why? So surprised? That's not... Wait, watch out! What do you mean that's not? In their fractiness, the rogue has slipped. Now they're in the pit. Look at how the tables have turned, huh? It's no problem. Just leave me. That's no good. You joined my party, and you want to give up that easily? Shame on you. Wait, were you trying to trap us in that? That's... I'm not leaving you to die. You lower the rope. The rope takes it, and pulls himself and stands beside you. There is no attempt to hide their anger. It's not like you to be this well prepared. What do you know about me? It's not my fault I don't match whatever image you're conjured in your head. Yeah, how do you know so much about me? The rogue flinches. Wait a second, are you the mage? The mage is the only other person in the party that has, like, you know, that kind of eye mark. I'll call it eyeshadow for now, but, like, bottom eyelashes. Are you the mage? You make your way out of the other end of the cave. With some finagling, you're able to pull everyone else over safety. The mage pats you over while the warrior looks at the rogue suspiciously. There's some sort of unexpected result, evidently. So, you guys worked well together. Good to see. Good to see you. No help from our hero. What? I definitely helped. This is reviewed. Repositioned. Revisionist. The rogue speaks callously, as if they resented you for being born. You fight off a pout. The mage gives you a piece of hard track to occupy yourselves with. Who is this rogue? You don't know too much about them. The ruins rise out of their seaside hills like something the world would try to forget. Pillars worn down to stumps, a staircase that goes nowhere. Moss has claimed most of the stone, but here and there, a carving still shows through. A face, a date, a name no one living can read anymore. You don't remember falling behind from the rest of the party, but it happened. By the time you look up, the sound of the party's voices have thinned into something distant, swallowed by stone and old quiet. They didn't say anything, they just stayed. It's just you and the rogue. You know, I used to come to places like this, before any of you. Oh? You don't understand what they mean. There's something in their voice that wasn't there this morning. Do you know why I joined your party? To watch us, to make sure we didn't... Sure. I joined because I wanted to see up close what makes someone worth the door opening for them. I've been watching you very closely. Before you can finish your thought, the rogue's hand closes around your collar. What? The world is upside down. What are you doing? Or you are. It's hard to tell which, in the half second it takes for the ground to arrive. The back of your skull rings with it. Rain gets in your eyes before you can blink it clear. The rogue is on top of you, knees spinning your arms before you've even finished, registering you're on your back. There's no struggle for it for them at all. No effort, no hesitation, just the calm, practiced economy of someone who has done this before. Or maybe someone who has thought about this so many times that the doing of it barely counts as anything new. You watch the iron knife in your hand. Wait! What? You're gonna... I did wait. I waited the entire road, even before I joined the party. You've been watching us? I watched you flinch at every shadow, hesitate at every choice, and keep thinking. Surely they'll prove me wrong. Surely they'll remind me of what I thought made this worth. You never did. They raise their iron knife. We have an iron knife too, right? You close your eyes and wait for the knife to finish you. It never reaches. What makes you so different from me? I'm the one who had to go through all of that. What makes it so that you get the life of possibilities and I don't? How could you? Who doesn't even understand the shape of what they want, deserve it more than I do? It's utterly unfair. Don't you think so? You feel rain on your cheeks. You don't open your eyes, that would be rude. Instead, when you move to hug the rogue, your hands feel them out for you. You make out the shape of their shoulders, their back, and then pull yourself around them. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Shut up. It's not like you could have known. The knife clatters to the ground. Dot. You sit side by side. The sun is setting. Something about ruins. You can't help but admire them. You think so? They just look like rocks to me. Yes, they definitely don't look like much. Yet they are special, not because of what they are, but what they've survived. Very introspective and thoughtful of you. You don't sound like you mean that. I'd be more impressed if they grew legs and started walking. Are you so bad at small talk that you want to talk about rocks? The rogue laughs, ever so softly. The hero grins back. The rogue is a mystery, even now, but you don't need to know everything about the person to put down your roots as friends. That's what you are now, aren't you? Friends. A nice word to roll around in your mouth. And so we got back to the party. The shape of the princess's tower has begun to crest over the horizon. It invokes in everyone a second wind that encourages you to put one foot in front of the other more firmly. There it is, finally. Oh, look at that. Very tall, very ominous. 10 out of 10. Would rescue a princess from. I could go another decade without seeing it, frankly. We're actually close. We're actually, after everything, we're close. Pick up the pace, everyone. No reason to drag our feet now. The warrior breaks into something just short of a run, vaulting over a fallen log without bothering to check what's on the other side of it. What's on the other side of it is a sinkhole, half hidden under old leaves, the kind of thing that's been waiting patiently for exactly this. Whoa! They go down hard, have their legs swallowed into the gap before they manage to claw themselves back up on solid ground, armor scraping loud against the rock the whole way. Oh, exciting. A bonus obstacle course. I'm fine. Barely even felt it. They're visibly favoring one leg. Fine. We're all fine. Built different, this one. That's right, built different. If that's what helped you sleep better at night. And, even if something had happened, our mage would have sorted it, right? Exactly, so no need to worry. The mage hasn't spoken in a while. The warrior claps, the mage on the shoulder on the way past, already moving again. The mage doesn't laugh. The mage doesn't move. Hey, you coming? We haven't appreciated her enough, it seems. I'm sick of this. Even after all this time, you've learned nothing. Uh-oh, here comes one of those finger-pointing nag fests again. Quick, somebody muzzle the mutterer. I can't stand to hear another word. Then sit down and listen, because I will not repeat myself. You are all going to die without me. You can't do a single battle without a foot in your face. Something tells me that we're gonna die. But not because of, anything dangerous, but because the mage wants us to realize that we will die without her. Because we're in desire. But that's just me. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. What? It's usually more than a claw, actually. I personally wouldn't be fine, actually. So, I know that for a fact that you are an agile bunch, and you can dodge attacks, so you should start doing so before one of those blows becomes your last. Hey, we're doing our best. Do better. You're not only looking out for yourself. So you evade an attack, and then it hits someone behind you, like me, who should not be getting hit. Then what? Well, you can take a couple of hits. You're no bag of squishy tomatoes. I cannot do my job if I get hit, and that job is keeping all of you alive. Do you not understand how important that is? You don't. None of you think enough, even with your thick skulls combined, and then the responsibility of all your lives falls onto me. How is any of that fair? You're making your points. Not, snore. Okay, it's Jester. You need to chill, Jester. You need to chill. And another thing, expecting me to pick up after everyone all the time. I am not your caretaker. I am not your servant to boss around. If you cannot value me for what it's worth, then I do not want to be around anymore. You're so dramatic. Someone fetch me the muzzle. I'm serious. I'm sure I packed it in here somewhere. Warrior, you're not helping. How dare you! I am not an animal that you can just leash up to do your bidding. Meow. Choke on a sock. You in particular have rubbed me the wrong way since the beginning. I can never understand why we've kept you around. Why anybody would listen to someone that's only rose to be a nuisance. Why nobody would ever listen to me. You all think I fuss too much, that I sap all the fun out of all your frivolities. Fine, I'm not the healer of your dreams, I'm not the best there ever was. But you took me on this quest because you needed me. Why can't any of you act more like it? Why can't you see? Why is nothing I ever do good enough for you? ... Well? Why am I the only one who's speaking? None of you will even. Is everything I do really worth nothing to you? Not even worth a response? Is that it? So you're all just going to look away and pretend this isn't about you. None of you will say anything. None of you will... You will just let me shatter? Alone? ... I could rip my heart out of my chest right now, and you would all just stare at it. That's how much you care, and I'm sick of being strung along. I'm sick of being the only one who... You take my present as a given! You think that you can get into all sorts of trouble because I'll always be around. How much more of me can you take before... You think that you can keep falling into danger because I'll catch you? I'm done waiting for the next slip and fall.
I'm done being your healer, your mage. I'm done. Oh, wait, what do you mean you're done?
She's out, man.
Huh? I mean it. I'm done. I want out. I'm not saving the princess, and I'm not saving any of you. Not anymore. I'm sick of playing happy family with you. That's not what I signed up for. Don't you think it's a little late for you to throw in the towel? We're hitting our final stride. This is big, bigger than anything we faced so far. Then let it be big without me. I was never the hero you wanted to have anyway. But hang on. Come on, just one more battle? For a good time's sake. We're friends, aren't we? It's a little late to be pulling that card, I'll be honest. Divorce, darling? But we're not even married. You can find a ditch to rot in for all I care. I'm done.
The mage exits.
The hero takes a step, then falters. The warrior places a reassuring hand on the hero's shoulder. Let them go. We can only fight with those that are willing. They said so many things, I could barely keep up, and now we've won every fight so far, so we'll win every fight to come. That is what heroes do. Heroes face forward. Heroes do not run away. We did not come this far to lose. Indeed, whatever lies ahead, it cannot be infected by those thoughts that have abandoned us. No, it's not like that. Face it, we're hung out like linen to dry on a rainy day. Say something stupid and heroic now. It's about time. Let's save the princess, once and for all.
I don't think you can do it without the mage, but you can try.
You find the mage, the way that things are lost and tend to be found. Not because you looked in the right place, but because you eventually ran out of anywhere else to go. Not that it matters in any sort of metric anymore. Look who finally decided to come crawling back. Spare me the lecture. I learned my lesson already. Where is everyone? Where do you think? We're a party without a healer in the most treacherous part of our quest. They died? Every single one of them? What? Are you acknowledging that you actually needed? Something I've been telling you all this time? You learned your lesson. I learned mine. The hero sighs deeply. The weariness cannot be faked. The tower yawns in front of you, tall and empty. There is no dream left. You look left and right, upside and down. In a way, the lack on the door feels like a relief. You don't know what you would have done had you found one. They're gone. Every one of them. We were overrun. Serves you right. All bark and bravery, no bite. You think that we were overrun because you weren't strong enough? I think you were overrun because all you did is forge ahead without considering any of the consequences. Something that could be avoided if you would have just listened to me in the first place. The hero collides with the ground. Our friends are dead. Silence. Our friends are dead. They're not coming back. I told you. The ones that you swore to heal, no matter what happened, no matter how bad it got. Where did relying on you ever get to us? You asked me to spare you the lecture, and then yet you think you have the right to stand there and scold me? You abandoned us. We needed you. You never cared about me before. Oh, is that right? You're always so sure about everything. You never let anyone convince you otherwise. Maybe we should have tried harder to suck up to you if all that sends you scampering is your fate-forsaken pride. I don't want you to suck up to me. I don't want any of you to change the way you are. For me, they're dead. They're dead. I don't... ... They're really gone? The world shakes a little. No, not the world, just your heart. The loss is a gasping chasm, unseen but felt in multitudes. You had prepared to lose a friend if you had to. You had not prepared to lose all but one. No. That's not true. You're playing a trick on me, right? I laughed. You got me. You can come out now. I learned my lesson. I get it. I was wrong. Is that what you wanted to hear? I know everything. I'm not the smartest of the pack. How much groveling do you need before you forgive me? I told you, they're gone. They're not coming back. I'm sorry. It's all my fault, isn't it? I should have been there. I shouldn't have left. I just wanted you to follow me. I just wanted to stop being invisible for once. I wanted you to stop taking me for granted. I didn't mean for this to happen, I swear. Believe me, if I had known... We should have followed you. I'm sorry. Neither of us could have known what was going to happen. Did you forgive me? You came back. Did you forgive me? I already did. The moment I left, I knew I was being unreasonable. I knew that you have more to look out for. I knew that you have more to look out for than every little fit I pitch. I'm so tired. I wish I could keep you all safe forever. I wish more of this was up to me. I wish we never got hurt or harmed. I wish you lived easier lives. I wish I wasn't the one that has to watch you all break so I can stitch you back up together again. And to think I wanted this once. You did? I wanted to be the one that heals, that rebuilds and remakes you. Nobody ever tells you that when you're the healer, you end up with the most blood in your hands. That thing is, even if somebody told me, I wouldn't have believed them. Why not? This was supposed to make the pain preventable. Curable. A problem was the solution. My hands are supposed to heal, to make it all better again. I alone have conquered injury, disease, poison, burning, slashing, stabbing, bruising, electrocution, curses, demonic possession, among others and others. But death? I could never overcome death. I was truly stupid to think I could. ... They're truly gone? I'm sorry. It was a miracle I made it out alive. And how is it that you alone stayed standing? ... You taught me a couple of things, while I watched you tend to the others. I could only stop my own bleeding. It was too late to save anyone else. Some hero I ended up being, huh? ... The pain, will it pass? That pain, I cannot heal. Nobody can. The mage begins to draw away. Suddenly, you feel panic in your chest. Wait, don't... Wait, did you have a heart attack, or did she just end you? The mage pauses. ... I want you to stop. Stop what? The counting, the watching, everything you learned from me. I want you to unlearn it. I want you to... You already know it's too late. You can see it knowing it. The same way you know which injuries don't announce themselves. You're supposed to stay a hero. You didn't. You never see the mage again. Not that mage. Your friends, your beloved friends, they're gone. Every single one of them. The paranoia of grief doesn't leave you. You understand just a little bit the mage's mentality. What you'd give to hear them nag at the jester's foolish antics, to see them bandage one of the warrior's avoidable scrapes. Doesn't really matter now, though. You pour yourself into the understanding you were never supposed to have. One day, you revisit the tower again. It is full of wounded gashes so deep that nothing could ever heal it. Your staff lightens up the inside. ... And so you became the mage. Today I'll be the mage. That's so cool. So I'm guessing like most of the story revolves around you becoming or learning too much about another person, or one of your party members rather, so that you eventually become them, learn their teachings, but don't act as the hero. You don't act as the hero of the story. Maybe a true ending is there if you do act as the true hero of the story. And I'm actually really excited. I want to continue this. But today I'm actually a little bit busy. I don't think I'll be able to record much anymore, but I will try to continue this tomorrow. I'm really enjoying this game, by the way. It's very sweet. It's so tasteful. I love it, man. I love it. The writing is super good. It is a little bit wordy at times and kind of difficult to read, but it is very good in terms of content at the moment. But anyways, I'm not gonna do any final thoughts on this yet because I still do want to play the rest of it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when I do play it. All right? See ya. Have a good morning, afternoon, and/or night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.